Here is the problem with the language he's using, and let me make sure I heard it right before I critique it.
Action, and that everyone has the same rights as everyone else. And there are no exceptions to this law. If no individual possesses the right to perform a certain action because it initiates harm to another, then no one can delegate such a non-existent right to any other individual or any other group.
This is the most common problem with any discussion of rights, and I would encourage all of you, take this as advice from somebody that has spent more time thinking about rights over the past 5 years than most other humans. Stop using possessive language about rights. Stop reifying, that's the word, reifying the concept of rights into something that exists, something that you can possess, something that you can own or have or protect or hold or keep or lose. All of these words do not apply to concepts. They apply to tangible property. I can lose my phone. I can have my phone taken from me. I can protect my phone. I can defend my phone. You can't do any of those things with rights. And also, I think it's a subtle psychological trick that maybe the governments and people in power have used over time to their advantage, maybe even subconsciously. When you talk about rights as if they exist, people by default, without thinking about it, think of rights as if they exist tangibly, like a shield. So if you have a right to not have things stolen from, or, to use Passio's language, no theft, right? No one has the right to steal from you. You have the right to be secure in your property. Then I think in most people's minds, subconsciously, they don't worry about protecting their self and their property as much because they have rights. We have rights. I have rights. My rights are inviolate. They're natural rights. They're natural law. My rights are based in natural law. They're given to me by God. Notice all these possessive property words that we're using when we're talking about rights. This is the only way anybody ever talks about rights. Rights were given to me by God. Rights were given to me by nature. They come from nature and they're mine and I possess them and they protect me and I defend them. And none of that is true. You don't possess them. You don't possess them. You can't defend them. And they don't protect you. They're concepts. They're agreements between people. That's what rights are. And that's why my definition is so important, because it strips away that false sense of security that people get when they think that they have rights that protect them. They don't. It's all you, man. It's just you. It's you in the world. And whoever you can get near you that's trustworthy and that reciprocates rights with you, you get together with people that are trustworthy and you all protect your stuff yourself. There's no rights out there doing the protecting for you. And layer on top of that, 5 layers deep, you get people that think the Constitution protects them. How well's that worked out? Do they think that they're protected? Yes. So when the next piece of anti-gun legislation passes, like they're trying to push through the House right now to, I think it's red flag laws for the military is the current, gun confiscation du jour of the government. It comes as a total surprise to people. Well, I thought I had the Constitution to protect my rights. No, nothing protects your rights because your rights don't exist. It's just your agreements between people. And there's a giant ass mafia out there that doesn't give a shit about its constitution and doesn't give a shit about what you think exists called rights that don't. They don't care. And they're going to continue acting as if they don't exist. And you're going to continue being surprised when you get your rights trampled on. Stop thinking that they exist. You're not protected. It's just you. You are out here in the world with you, yourself, and your stuff. And it's on you to figure out how to protect your stuff. It's on you to make good relationships with the people around you so you can build trust and be more safe. That's how you actually get rights. And those concept rights, those mutual reciprocal agreements with people do make you safer. But it's not the rights that make you safer. It's surrounding yourself with good, trustworthy people that reciprocate these concepts called rights, which is really just leaving each other alone.